welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of 5 Minutes with Gray Hair Dave. That's right, I'm back. It's me, Gray Hair Dave. My name's Dave. I've got gray hair. Yep, I got a gray beard. I've got the glasses like the guy in the artwork, but today I'm wearing another blue shirt that says Disney World on it. It's getting ready to rain here, folks. This is Tuesday. It's May 14th. So we're expecting a bunch of rain today on and off, and it's starting to rain now. I wanted to continue on a little bit with yesterday. I apologize for that recording. The quality, I think I was more concerned with what I was saying than the quality of the work that I put out, and I apologize for that. I won't do that again. But we all have our days, right? But I wanted to get back to what I was thinking about when I did this. It's been a tough year in a sense. At work, I was on a temporary assignment in the beginning of the year, and that temporary assignment ended because the person I was backfilling came back. And there were no other open positions that needed to be filled. And I'm going to be completely honest with you here today, folks. Some of the reasonings behind this, and I want you all to know that I am not here, and this is not a complaint session. This is just maybe to explain to you how and why I came to this decision. This year I turned 67. Yay for me. I did take myself over to St. Pete Beach for my birthday, and I had a nice time, and we talked during that time. And so the TA ended, the temporary assignment ended, which meant I had to go back to being a bus driver. But in either the company's wisdom or the union's wisdom, and I'm using that term very, very loosely here, it was determined that because I had to lose all my bid seniority. Now, I started with the company back in 2015. I didn't lose any company seniority. I just lost my bid seniority, which meant I went back to just about zero. And I wasn't happy about that. I really wasn't. Who would be? Because I had tried to improve myself with the company. I was being punished. And I don't know, like I said, I've heard from both sides. And, of course, each side blames the other. I got a pretty good handle on whose fault this was. And, Walt, if you're listening, I know it's yours. Not Disney. The other one. But anyways, after about a week of being all mad, I got over it. I can't change it. The company's not willing to change it. The union's not willing to change it. It is what it is. So I go on with life, right? I get some crummy shifts. And then I have to bid. And then I end up with nothing left to choose from but working back at Magic Kingdom, which I started at. Now, there's nothing wrong with working at Magic Kingdom as a bus driver, folks. Don't get me wrong. The couple of things that I do not like are the walk from the parking lot. It's to get to where I clock in is about a quarter of a mile, third of a mile. Well, that's not bad, but at the end of the night, that's a long walk. And then from where I clock in to where I get my assignment and my bus can be a couple more tenths of a mile. So, I'm racking up close to half a mile to a mile each day, just walking to and from where I got to go to get to my job. And that's part of the reasoning. One of the reasons I like working at Magic Kingdom is, the runs from Magic to the resorts are kind of longer because it's the furthest away from most of the resorts. And I like the dispatchers and the coordinators that are up there. They've been very nice to me, and it's a pleasant place to be right now. But the hours are terrible. I work until 1:30, sometimes 2:30 in the morning. I gave you my age earlier, folks. I don't want to be doing that. I don't think I need to be doing that anymore. So I said, well, why don't we go back to training? Because I was a bus trainer before I went over to the TA. And I sent in an email over to the managers there, and they gave me a return email finally. Said that they had to discuss it because I went on this TA. Well, that made me mad. It was put very nicely, folks. The email I got from the manager in training was very well put. It could have been looked at before she hit send because some of the words shouldn't have been where they were, but that's okay. But it made me think last Sunday, just a couple days ago, and I've been hemming and hawing around about this going part-time as a bus driver for a while. I've already put in for 2 other positions as part-time, and I was okay with that. And I'm okay with this. And I said to myself, that's it. I'm done. Like I said yesterday, I can't let Disney determine what I do with the rest of my life. I'm willing to give them 3 days a week so that I can keep working and keep my passes, which I never use. But I do want the extra income until I can build up the editing business to the point of where I can replace that income. And that doesn't take a whole lot, 2 or 3, 1 or 2 maybe even, podcast editing jobs a week, and maybe 2 would be great. But I can pretty much replace that if I get the right numbers. So I thought about that a lot. I called the company on Monday morning and I talked to the HR department to find out what happens to my benefits when I leave. So with hearing that and everything else, I put in for a transfer to go to part-time. And again, yesterday after I had done that, it's like I said on Monday, I felt this weight being lifted off my shoulders. The stress went out of my back and my shoulders. The headache went away that I've been having for weeks and weeks. Because this is bothering me. I am not happy. If I'm not happy, how can I do a good job anywhere? Now, don't get me wrong. I went in and I put on a smiley face and I did the magic. You know what I'm saying? I guess never knew I wasn't happy with my job. I was happy with my guests, and I let them know that because they don't deserve to know what my problems are. I leave my problems at the door or at the time clock. I don't care. If I'm talking to a bus driver about it, that's one thing. But when I'm on a job, when I'm on the clock, I'm not disparaging anybody. I'm a happy guy. And I think that's the way we all should be. But this was a hard decision for me. And like I said yesterday, I felt guilty for wanting to go to part-time, and I really don't know why. Like I said yesterday, who is going to judge me for this? My brothers? I really don't think they will. I think they'll be happy for me when they hear about it. They're probably hearing about it right now or yesterday. And my days off changed at Disney too. I went from Sunday, Mondays to Tuesday, Wednesdays. Like I said yesterday, man, if I wanted to meet somebody, this is the hardest time of the week to meet somebody. But, what am I going to do? So I gave them availability that I was willing to work. I have to give them 1 weekend a day a week, which is Friday's considered a weekend day. So I gave them Wednesday, Thursday, Friday that I'd work. And if I want to give them away, I can give them away. If I want to pick up more hours because I got something I want to buy, I could do that too. There are always people willing to give away their trade shifts or whatever. There's always overtime available, especially with summer coming. So I'm not worried about the money, folks. It's not all about the money. It's not always about money. Pay wise, my rate of pay doesn't change, but my happiness and peace of mind is more important to me than anything else right now. And for me to be happy and have a peace of mind that I'm happy with, I needed to do this. And that's why I did, folks. I can devote more time to this podcast. I can start devoting time now to building boomer podcasters to help people like yourself and me, baby boomers, Gen X's, Gen Z's, start a podcast. Because remember that old phrase, what story will you leave behind? That's my tagline. What story will you leave behind? I'm leaving behind my story right now. What are you going to do? So if you've got thoughts on this, please go to my website, 5minuteswithgrayhairdave.com. That's the number 5minuteswithgrayhairdave.com. Leave me a message. Let me know your thoughts on what I'm doing. Am I making a mistake? Am I making the right move? I appreciate all your thoughts. Don't forget, folks, if you know somebody who does not know what a podcast is, how to find one, where to find one, how to play one, do me a favor, will you? Show them how. Also, from a rainy Central Florida down here, don't forget to smile at somebody today, folks. You'll make their day. You're making mine every day. On behalf of me, myself, and I, Gray Hair Dave, you all have a great day, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.